What is up, MLG Orlando? It is time to find out who will go to the finals. I am Day 9.
And I am Husky. And one thing to note here, Sean, this is going to be between MC and STC. The winner of this, they're going to get Code S in the GSL.
That is right. These two players duking it out for a spot in Code S right now. Huck already holds that Code S status.
Yep.
So STC was looking at that replay long and hard before this game started because he wants that spot bad.
Yeah, and he did just come off the loss of a Protoss versus Terran, and that is exactly what we are going to see right here today. And we are just checking to make sure that the players are ready. The first map is going to be Zell Naga Caverns. Are you guys excited for this match?
The STC has confirmed that he is ready. Going to find out if MC is ready as well.
Yeah,
and while that's going on, I want to give the exciting news that both this duo and oGsTheStC will be casting the finals live. So there will be a monitor with them and a monitor with us. And if you want all four casters in your ears, just stand in between.
Yeah, man, advancements in casting technology. Pretty exciting stuff. Is that MC spamming there saying go?
MC says go, go, go. It is time to find out who will be eliminated in third place, who will go on to face Huck in the finals, and get that Code S spot. It's starting right now. I am so pumped.
Yeah, we're on the loading screen, which it could not load fast enough. And Sean, I think they had to restart our game, so that means the loading time is going to be a few precious seconds longer. But there are both players right there. And I was looking at the results so far throughout this tournament. MC, I believe his last 3 games have all gone down to 2-1. So he has faced elimination time and time again, and he's been working under pressure just fine.
In the bottom left corner is the gentleman who narrowly lost to Huck in the winner's bracket finals. It is oGsTheStC.
Uh-oh. By the way, we do have a probe moving out. And before we talk about that, we have to talk about our player in the top right side. Again, narrowly avoiding elimination multiple times. He took out Idra. He is on fire. If you love MC, make some noise for oGsMC.
And it looks like a pylon has been constructed at the back on 8. STC has only just now begun his supply depot.
And Sean, what are you expecting here? Do you think it'll be 1 or 2 gateways?
I would absolutely expect it to be a single gateway. We see that Chrono Boost continuing to be stored up. Don't want to overgate at this point in time. Indeed, another probe ends up being constructed. And what MC is going to do is do a loop around with this probe before he sends it back to mine, just to make sure that STC doesn't suspect anything from the angle. And oh no, the barracks is not part of the wall in.
Oh man, that means Zell's going to be able to march right in there. There's no second supply depot set up quite yet. The gateway's getting super close to completing, and I've actually seen MC stream before. He loves to go the proxy 1 gate, and then we'll tend to follow it up with some standard play afterwards. Here comes the probe in at a standard scouting time, just trying to see exactly what's going on here. And the angle is so crucial, so the supply depot didn't see it come in at a crazy angle. So really, it looks like the STC has no idea this is coming. He's going to have to micro like crazy to stop it.
Now, will STC opt to go for the Insta-Tech Lab? This is a huge moment right here.
He does have enough gas. If he gets it, that means his marine production will be halted. He does get the Tech Lab. And the probe probably doesn't even want to block that Tech Lab at this point, because that means that this Zealot is going to go unchecked. We are about to see a Zealot versus SCV here. This is not going to be a good start for the STC.
What a brutal way to go directly into game number 1. And MC does want to kill off that Tech Lab, does not want to run the risk of concussive shell popping out. A Reaper, a very unusual choice for STC. If he can stay alive long enough, he will be able to pick off not only this Zealot, but do non-stop harassment in the main base. Indeed, there is no gateway here. The Cybernetics core is coming in. A second Zealot is launched into the fray.
And the SCV is desperately trying to repair it. MC needs some micro 1 to kill off the SCVs. The Tech Lab looks like it is going to go down, but the Reaper looks like it is going to finish there. It is continuing that production. MC deciding to back out here, realizing that the Reaper is going to give him a bit of trouble with just a little bit of micro. These Zealots are going to have one hard time surviving this.
There's the Reaper, has to micro his heart out, still shooting at the exact same Zealot. Cannot quite manage to pick it off. MC continuing to dance back and forth, and the Chrono Boosted Stalker is nearly complete.
Yeah, he's buying just enough time here so that once that Stalker's out, he can actually run back to the base if he needs to. And so that means that he should be okay here. Amazing build here out of MC. And there's another bunker for the STC built inside the main already.
No.
Gotta be putting him behind, but here comes the Stalker. Reapers are not the best against Stalkers, Sean.
Oh, STC trying to do his best to micro against that one single Zealot. Might pick off just one, but it looks like no, he has to pull back to the bunker, and it looks like no, he managed to keep that one single Reaper alive. The STC will not get this bunker finished. The Zealots are sprinting forward, and now it looks like the bunker will be finished. Can MC pick it off before any units hop in?
The bunker, indeed it is done here, but these Zealots are perfectly placed that the Marauder's going to have one hell of a time trying to get in there. The bunker is burning. He does decide to get a refund on that. 75 minerals have been returned, but we do have a pretty heavy lead here. Going to try and supply block STC right there. STC is supply block. He has begun producing another SCV here, but he really needs to kill out these units and kill them fast.
Concussive Shell is out right now, and oh my goodness, the STC may have done the narrow defense and managed to keep himself in this game.
Very, very good control there. Good decision making as well, keeping those alive, and it does look like MC is going to sacrifice this gateway, getting out one last Stalker. Just needs to make sure the rally point is perfect. Is it going to get intercepted? Oh, not able to escape unless he get behind the shrubs. Is it going to be enough? Oh no. That Stalker is indeed no more, and just looking overall at the units lost tab, slightly favoring our Terran, but you got to remember he did lose some workers during that engagement.
Yeah, only looks like 3 workers behind, now 4, thanks to that chrono boost. MC transitioning out quite normally, just making sure he gets that warp gate upgrade out as quickly as possible. He is going to run into a little bit of a supply block in a moment, but STC's units were pinned back, just making sure that gateway got taken down. This single Reaper is going to have the chance to pop up into the main, as MC kind of needs to spend time defending the front of his ramp.
Well, he's deciding to attack the rocks instead, which he will be able to DPS that quite easily, especially with the Marauders if he decides to join in there. Maybe going for an extremely early high yield. We're going to have to see if he's feeling like he's behind enough to have to go ahead and do that. The command center is about 1/4% complete, rushing towards half completion, which just basically means that, well, the oGsMC is going to be behind in expansions, but it's kind of obvious why, as he, basically went for that proxy gateway.
Oh, and look at this very clever play by STC. He might just sprint to the gold expansion. Might just try to go right off the bat with a big map control play. That would fall right into MC's hands. It looks like MC is expecting his opponent to go for a large barracks play. The only risk MC runs is if for some reason STC is feeling a little bit defensive, a little bit concerned about that sort of push, he simply leaves the command center in his main base, and there's not much MC can do about it.
It would be very difficult to break that, especially with 4 barracks nearly completed here. We do have Stim Pack about halfway done as well, so this is going to be a tense moment moving forward, because if MC tries to take this expand, he could be vulnerable to an attacker if his control is not perfect, but he does have 4 sentries here, and that is enough for a lot of force fields. MC's force field placement tends to be spot on, and here we go right here. We're going to see if STC overcommits here.
Oh, it looks like he's starting to pull back. One force field will. Oh, he does manage to get a couple of units. A nice free gain for MC.
Yeah, that's something you really want to do here as Protoss, is just whittling it down a tiny bit. That does make a huge difference, especially with those Marauders, and it just makes the momentum not as quickly knocking at your door if you are the Terran player, so trying to move up there and lock that expansion down. So MC, I think, responding here fairly well, getting his expansion up a little bit behind his opponents, but not that much considering it has to fly all the way to the high yield.
And now it looks like the STC, yep, going for the gold. Going to have to keep massive control over the center of the map. Is going for that combat shield, getting the reactor up right away. Ordinarily, this is quite a difficult distribution to sustain in the early game and do any sort of teching at the same time. It eats up a little bit too much money, including those depots. But with this gold, STC will be in great shape. MC going for the robotics facility. I wouldn't have minded him adding on maybe 6 gateways total and trying to go for some more aggression, because you don't really need to do an observer scout at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're slowing down their production this heavily, that is when those gateway units tend to be good. But MC is going to have to be very careful here, because this is a nice little concave. If MC decides to move out, he could get caught out of position. There's a probe sneaking along the right side. Is he going to set up a pylon? Is he just going to be doing some sort of delayed scout? Well, we're going to see, and if he does scout with it, he will see right away that there is no natural right there. But I think if he does add on additional gateways here, Sean, and having those units be able to warp in to that expansion might prove to be very effective for him.
And right now, STC adding in the Ghost. He is going to continue to just barrel down the front door and continuing to go pure Marine Marauder Ghost. Completely neglecting the medevac is going to be very strong when you have this resource advantage. You keep throwing units at your opponent's front door, exchanging those resources, and eventually you can get up your own third base very easily. But STC looks like he is pulling back. He senses that observer there, will be withdrawing, so MC has a little bit of time to have a breather.
And Sean, what do you think about these ghosts? I mean, they're fairly early. Is this something that could be effective against what MC is going?
I definitely think it's a smart play. He knows MC had to rely on a lot of sentries early on, so if he gets some sort of money EMP off, it means that MC's forces are gone.
Especially with this many sentries mixed in, it is a heavy, heavy amount of sentries, 8 on the field, plus the Immortal. So absolutely, I mean, that's got to be a good read on the STC's side, and also he can expand to his natural whenever he wants to. Even throwing down a factory right there, most likely just going to be doing that for the starport to get out medevacs. Can begin doing drops as well. Does look like the MC is moving out here, but he needs to be very careful of those EMPs.
He needs to be super careful. He only has 67, 68 energy. In a few seconds, he will have enough to EMP, and it looks like MC is not really spreading himself out too much. He does see the Ghost, though.
Now the army supplies are favoring the Protoss, but only by a couple. I think the tech advantage goes to the Terrans. Nice force fields, trapping all those units in the front, but the majority of the units are continuing to shoot. But these Immortals not eating up too many EMPs here. It looks like MC's positioning may have been way too good. The units on the right side getting trapped by force fields as well. That shows you the importance of very well-placed force fields.
Unbelievable force fields by MC, just completely murdering STC's forces. STC is going to be forced to lift this. But MC is just target firing that orbital command, and it will fall very fast.
Oh, so unfortunate for the STC. He just dropped those 2
and there's
wheels, and good game out of game number 1. Wow, MC's force fields were good. And Sean, it was one of those situations where one EMP would have made that army awesome into absolutely worthless.
I mean, we need to rewatch that action again from that replay, because that was such a critical point in time. It is an incredible story for MC right now. MC, the 2-time GSL Code S champion, gets knocked out. He's in Code B, as Artosis calls it, not in the tournament at all, as everyone else calls it. I mean, he is completely knocked down, and now MC is one game away of securing a spot in next season of Code S. That would be an incredible comeback.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially would make his trip out here to MLG completely worth it, as those who have followed MC, he kind of hit the scene very hard when he decided to switch to StarCraft 2, and then kind of had really high highs and is suffering from a very low low right now. So if he can take this series off of the STC again, not only is he going to be in the finals, and winning extra money is always a nice thing, but that Code S spot, it's kind of hard to emphasize how hard, for those of you who follow the GSL, how hard it is to actually get into Code S the normal way. It's very difficult.
Only 6 players get knocked down each season, really. It's almost impossible to re-get a spot into that league. And if you think about it, this isn't just MC having a lucky tournament format on his side. He's gone through Idra, Marine King Prime, now doing well against the STC, had to take down a number of top Koreans. I believe Polt, he also had to play, Liquid Ret. So many games have been played by MC today, actually having to play more games than Idra, who also, as everyone has seen, had a brutal tournament path here. But let's look at this key moment in the replay where we get to see what exactly happened with these 2 Ghosts. Where did their EMPs land? Because at this point in time, STC is trying to find what is the key cluster. Sure, he can hit these sentries in purple over here. He can maybe land one right here, but still a single sentry with enough force fields is going to do it. But as we see, literally instants before those EMPs managed to land, we see the MC got the force field commands off. That couldn't have been a closer call between when the EMPs landed and when the force fields went down. And so that really goes to show how close of a game StarCraft 2 can be, a game of inches.
And there's MC right there, the victor in the last game. And I just want to say once again that in the last 3 or so series of his, it has gone to game number 3. He has narrowly avoided elimination throughout this entire tournament, and he is looking to make it to the finals versus Hug.
So without any further ado, let us step away for a brief moment as match 2 gets sets up. Whatever you do, don't go anywhere, because game point is coming up right after this.